Have you ever felt like a fraud in doing your job or in your relationships? Like you're just waiting for someone to expose you as an imposter? If so, you're not alone. Imposter syndrome affects millions of people, silently sabotaging careers, stealing dreams, and damaging relationships. It is important to shine a light on this invisible thief and show you how to take back control of your future. The imposter syndrome is characterized by a persistent self doubt and feelings of inadequacy despite the evidence of competency. It can have substantial impact on employees' willingness to pursue higher positions. Various studies have suggested anywhere from 70 to 80% of professionals experience imposter syndrome at some point in their careers. This very high percentage indicates a widespread issue across industries and job levels. 75% of executive women reported having experienced imposter syndrome in their careers. Picture this. You're sitting in a meeting, surrounded by colleagues. Your heart races as you consider sharing an idea, but then that familiar voice creeps in. Who are you kidding? They'll see right through you. Better keep quiet. Sound familiar? That imposter syndrome is talking, and it's costing you more than you realize. Take a moment to reflect and think about all the opportunities you've let slip by, the promotions you didn't apply for, the projects you didn't volunteer to lead, the ideas you kept to yourself, the fear of being vulnerable with the most important people in your life. Each of these moments represents a piece of your potential left unfulfilled. Now, imagine your future self. Looking back on this moment right now, what will you see? A turning point where you decided to break free from the shackles of self doubt and imposter syndrome? Or feeling regret about another missed opportunity, another year lost to the imposter within? The cost of the imposter syndrome isn't just measured in missed promotions or lost wages. It's measured in the dreams you never dared to chase, the impact you could have made but didn't, the lives you could have touched but won't. Imposter syndrome wears many masks. It's a voice that tells you your success is just luck. It's perfectionism that keeps you working late into the night. It's the fear that makes you shrink from new challenges. It's the anxiety that turns away every compliment into suspicion. Here are a few clues to recognizing how the imposter syndrome is keeping you from living the life you want. 1. Persistent self doubt. You consistently question your abilities and skills and accomplishments, even in the face of objective evidence about your competency. 2. Attributing success to external factors. You tend to believe your accomplishments are due to luck, timing, or the efforts of others rather than your own abilities. 3. Fear of failure. You have persistent worry about making mistakes or not meeting expectations, which paralyzes your decision making and risk taking. 4. Perfectionism. You tend to set unrealistic high standards for yourself, leading to procrastination or avoidance of tasks you fear you can't perform perfectly. Overworking. You put in excess hours to prove your worth or to compensate for your perceived inadequacies. 6. Difficulty accepting praise. You discount positive feedback or compliments, believing they're just undeserved or insincere. 7. Comparison anxiety. You're constantly measuring yourself against colleagues and friends, feeling you fail and fall short even when you're objectively successful. 8. Fear of being found out. Worrying that others will discover you're not as competent as you try to appear, leading to anxiety about any increased visibility or responsibility. 9. Downplaying achievements, minimizing your accomplishments or expertise when speaking to others. 10. Reluctance to speak up. You hesitate to share ideas or opinions in meetings or group settings, fearing you might say something stupid. 11. Avoidance of new challenges. You resist taking on new responsibilities or applying for promotions, believing you're not really qualified or ready. 12. Caught in the imposter cycle. You bounce between over-preparation and procrastination when you face new tasks due to anxiety about how your performance will look to others. 13. Cognitive distortions. You find yourself trapped in all or nothing thinking, in overgeneralizations about your past failures and discounting any positive past experiences. 14. Physical symptoms. You experience stress-related physical symptoms like insomnia, headaches, or stomach issues when contemplating career advancement or the fear of your inadequacies for your current job being found out. 15. Difficulty visualizing success. It's a struggle to imagine yourself in higher positions or roles with more responsibility. But it doesn't have to be this way. You have the power to change your story. But first, you need to recognize the cost you've been paying and will continue to pay, wasting precious time until you address it. Just for a moment, imagine a future where you're free from self-doubt, where you can confidently share your ideas, where you take on new challenges with enthusiasm, where you accept praise graciously knowing you've earned it. That future is possible, but only if you choose it. Every day you spend trapped in imposter syndrome is a day you're not living up to your full potential. It's a day you're not making impact that you were meant to make. It's a day lost forever. No doubt you've tried to overcome these blocks, but found them very resistant to real change. It's important to understand that they have their origins sometime in the past in an unconscious way to stay safe and be protected. You may not even have a memory of when or how it happened, but your unconscious mind does. In past attempts to overcome them, you may have experienced what I call a whack-a-mole effort to overcome one or more of these symptoms, like procrastination or self-doubt, and then realize it just shows up in other ways to block you from the freedom you really want to experience. As an imposter syndrome and internalized shame expert, I want to help you find the freedom from all of these symptoms. I've helped many people break through to overcome these symptoms and break through to confidence and clarity in 30 days or less. The choice is yours. You can continue to let imposter syndrome steal your future, or you can decide to explore how we can work together to rewrite your future. You can schedule a free strategy session with me at pauldfitzgerald.com.